Hello, guys. This is Diana Mothani, and I'm here with the activist, environmentalist, and author of The Green Wall. Now, Anita Soina, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And thank you for having me in your channel today.
So, for those who don't know Anita Soina, so can you kindly introduce yourself? Yeah.
My name is Anita Soina. I'm an environmental warrior, climate change activist, climate justice activist, social justice activist, all this by passion. But I'm a graduate at Multimedia University. I pursued a Bachelor of Arts in PR and Corporate Communication. I'm the founder of Spice Warriors organization that deals with educating people, young people and even the old people to understand the importance of environment conservation. I'm also the founder of the Soina Foundation that aims to empower people from the grassroots level through sustainable development goals and partnerships with other young people, old people, NGOs, CBOs, and all those kinds of groups. I'm a digital influencer working with different organizations that are related in environment conservation, where I offer digital marketing. I have a lot of titles. I think let's just end there.
From what I know about Anita, she's very passionate about the people, and therefore, I get this thing that you're vying for.
The position of an MP at Kajiado North, currently holding the position of the youngest member of parliament aspirant, generally, and even female.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, I'm very, let's say, inspired by your story, if I am to say, and I'd like to know what really inspired you to do all that you have done, all that you have accomplished at such a young age.
I think it all comes to where I was raised. I was raised by my grandfather at some point, who really loved serving the community. He was a chairman in a lot of schools and did so much for the community. When I grew up, I was learning about SDGs because at this time I wanted to give back to the society in any way possible. So I met a mentor who's called Eric Masanzo, the founder of Spice Without Borders. He taught me about sustainable development goals, and this is when I realized then I read about a lot of things. No to poverty, there was a zero hunger. That time I wanted to do all that, but then I came across SDG 13, which is climate action, and I realized this needed more attention. Like, for us to solve everything else, we can't ignore that environment is where we all meet. So the environment has to be set proper before we talk about, before we also look at other challenges. And also the fact that borrowing from Mahatma, be the change you want to see in the world.
Wow.
Most of the times you sit down and think about what have you done for us, what can you do for us, but for me it's what can I do. What can I do to influence change? What can I do to also be part of this change that I want to see? Because if I want to see change and I am contributing to it, same case to you and any other person, that it will be easy to get the change that we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a female in the leadership area and let's say politics, what can you say are some of the most challenges that you face?
You know, first of all, the aspect of gender itself is a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
Because by the time I even announced that I'm going to be vying, I already had these challenges. Being a female, we still have this notion that women should lead in their houses. I still get this: if she's not married, how can she handle this? But when it's men, we don't hear much of he has not married, so he can't be a leader.
No. Now, what do you have planned for the people of North Kajiado County?
Maybe to start with how, you know, because we've had this culture of politics in Kenya where I sit in my house and then come out and promise people heaven, which is not bad, yeah. But the kind of politics that I'm doing right now, I go to the people, reach out to people, different groups. Apart from you as a father, what about you as a matatu driver? How about you as a apart from you being a mother or something? that you want a job for your child. How about you as a woman who's in the soko, So the kind of politics I'm doing right now is going down to the people to ask them, what are your challenges? So that's when you're going to address the challenges. Instead of you addressing challenges because they are general, you're also addressing a challenge that affects someone as an individual. So that's the kind of politics I'm playing. But for sure, what I'm pushing for, as an environmentalist, we have a lot of challenges when it comes to climate crisis, and we need more environmentally conscious leaders. And that's why I'm also vying for this position, so we can be able to go to parliament, push for policies. Now here comes me vying for the position of an MP in Kajiado North, but this way I'm going to represent the people of Kenya because I want to take the environmental matters first. We have other challenges, but going to parliament as an environmentalist and pushing for policies and better policies that solve the problems that people are facing through in relation to climate crisis, then I am not only speaking for the people of Kajiado North, but everybody in general. That's what I want to do, and also address the challenges that have been raised in Kajiado North for a very long time, because the issues we are talking about right now, lack of access to clean and safe water, not just water, talking about the inaccessible roads that we have, and talking about the trash, the issue of sewages and all that, is something that has been talked about for previous years. Now this is time for action. These are challenges that have been highlighted for a long time, and I feel like for me, I want to be different, not just talk about it, but handle these challenges and prove people that it's possible to solve them. Because my political ambitions are not supposed to end here, that I vied and it ended there. I need to come back to the people. So I need to come back to the people having a track record.
Yeah. Okay, now I actually understand that building this brand has not been easy for you. I'd like to know, how do you deal with the backlash, and what would you like to tell those people who are behind the camera and maybe behind their phones, any computer, and they're saying anything to you?
There's only one thing. If you go online, let's talk about the bullies here in this case.
Yeah.
One thing I teach myself, and I like to tell my friends, is that if you go and check people who have all the opinions about you, especially the negative opinions, it's either someone who has never seen you, someone who don't know anything about you. So why will I bother? Like, you don't know me, we never sat down together, but you have millions and millions of opinions about me. That when you understand that, then you'll be able to forge ahead without necessarily feeling like this is the end of me. It's another thing, like I like to say, if you wake up and go on social media with your account or a pseudo account or whichever thing, and you're waiting for someone to post their happy photo, and you're on the comment section saying the most bitter thing, then you have to sometimes just sit down, have a meeting with yourself, and ask myself, is this something that I want to do for the rest of my life? Sometimes your things are not going well, and you keep saying certain this, certain that. You're seated in your house, lacking is okay. I lack sometimes. I lack a lot of times, and it's fine. But sometimes you're seated in your house, and I like to use this example. I think it's my friend Wisdom, whoever made this example. You have a choice. You have maybe your 100 shillings. I have a choice to buy food or bundles. I decide to buy bundles. I come online and you've posted your fish or maybe just something, and then I be like, just because I didn't make the right decision. You also had an option to eat chapo manondo and be full and just be contented. So I feel like people who make the abysses online, if you just do a proper research and check on them, I think Akode has been a very good example. People say when you're in the limelight, you should expect anything, but that's not how it's supposed to be. Most of the time when she's trolled, she takes the photos and posts. You will always just go and check the pages of the people who are trolling people. Things are not going well on their side. Sometimes I get negative comments on my page. I thank Zuckerberg for one thing. I have the power to delete and to block. I do that a lot. If today Instagram was to award the person who has blocked the highest number of people, I think I'd be topping the list. I'd be having an award. So I block, I delete messages, I delete all the negative comments, because it's my space, honey. And I mean, I'm the one in charge of it. So that's because, sometimes, and also like something I saw a YY comedian talked about the other day, that I'd come to your page and see someone reason in a very weird way. Someone has abused you for no apparent reason. It's a happy post. Maybe you're even posting a photo that we're having an interview.
Yes.
And someone will come with all the negative things, all the opinions. I won't wait for that person to come to my page.
Yeah.
I like how YY put it. It says, I block the person before he brings that nonsense to my page. So if you've ever realized, in most pages, most gossip pages, you'll see someone say, hey, such and so celebrity blocked me and I've never even talked bad about the person. It's because they see what you talk about other people for no apparent reason. So you realize at the end of the day, everybody knows you has blocked you for being a bully, yet you've never even reached their territory. That's how it's supposed to be. My space, my peace. I use my online platform to sell my work. I use my online platform as an office. So you can't come to my office and talk the way you want when I have power over my office. That's what helps me the most.
Yeah, thank you so much for opening up about that. Now, I want you to talk to any young lady out there who wants to be inspired by, and also who is already inspired by your story, because I know there are plenty of you guys. So what would you advise them?
I think maybe one thing that I like to tell everybody, maybe even youth in general, is that take control of your life. It's you to decide to be happy or not. Sometimes things may be tough, but it's you to take control over it. Don't wait for someone to come and decide for you how life should go. It could be that dream that you've had for a long time, and you keep pushing and thinking about when I'm done with school and I'm done with this. And I believe in starting now. Whichever the thing is, I believe in beginning now. The rest will sort itself later. And I also believe in mentorship. I believe in having people to look up to. It may not be easy. It's not a must for you to have a mentor or something, but if you feel like you have someone who can mentor you in a certain field that you're in, it's also good. Another thing is always view other people's success story as an inspiration and not a threat. Because the moment you start looking at everything nice as a threat, you're not going to achieve. You'll spend most time of your life feeling bitter about why this person is having and why not me, in a negative way, instead of you looking at it in a positive way of what did this person do to get here, or what special thing, like why her, why him, why not me. Then look at how you can also get there. In fact, I always tell people, when they abuse me on the comment section, you don't know about me, and maybe someone abuses you and in the DM they are begging and all that, or sometimes someone just comes and abuses you in your comment section, and I'm like, hey dear, I know maybe I inspire you, or maybe there's something I have that you also want to have in life. Instead of abusing me, why don't you just come to my inbox or even on the comment section and ask me, how did you get there, or how did you do this? I'm not yet there, but for real, one thing that I promised myself this year, I'm going to be proud of every single step that I've achieved in life, because most of the people who even come and throw insults can't handle a quarter of what I've handled at my age. Even 30-year-old people who are always online waiting for things to say about people. So instead of going out hating on everybody in the limelight just because you think they're in the limelight and that's what they deserve, ask them, how did you get here? If it's a business person, I want to start a business. Maybe just to mention one thing that could inspire someone out there. I have role models. I have not ventured into business strongly before, but there are people in business that I look up to. There's one famous Tanzanian businessman called Fred Njabe. If you are a business person, maybe you'd have come across his name. I see what he does, and I have an option of feeling bad about it for whichever reason. But because I know where I want to be in life, and that's not who I am, I got on the timeline, I read about his stories, I do that. And the fact that even nowadays I can even call and like ask for business ideas and business advice from him makes me feel grateful, because if I had gone to his page to abuse him for being who he is, I couldn't. Maybe he'd have blocked me long time ago. But because I went to his page saying, I'm not into business yet, but this guy is a billionaire who can help me get business ideas, I went with an open mind, and right now I can get more ideas, not to help just myself, but to even help other people. So I think that can make someone think twice before making any decision online. And online doesn't forget. You'd go. I saw Sarah Kabu as well. I love quoting people because I see them online. Sarah Kabu once said, "If you come and ask for a job in my company, they do a background check. It's very easy. If you go to her company and you had ever abused someone, hata kama si rafiki yake, atakuona kama nani, na wewe umeenda, and maybe you qualify, she will see you as just someone who goes online to abuse people just because you think you have the power to abuse people, and that's how you lose your job. So the petty things that we ignore in life are the things that are pulling us behind.
Okay, I'd like to take this chance to say thank you so much for honoring my invite to this interview, and thank you for the honesty. Thank you for the wise words. I've learned a lot from her, not just reading about you, but now I've learned a lot getting it from you yourself. And I'd like to tell you congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You've done so much, and I wish you success on this new journey. It's a race.
It's a tough
Stay
one.
strong.
It's a
Stay
tough
strong. Yeah. Take all the success we have right here. Yeah, we're giving it to you.
I really appreciate it, and thanks for having me. I hope people learn from this, and maybe through the comment section, we're going to know if they learn from it.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.